going to have it decent and in order. Hezekiah did this. Amen? I'm thinking I'm teaching Sunday school, and I was getting ready to ask y'all got any questions. But I did not ask that. Don't even think about it. Amen? Amen. I did not ask that. So they'll try to get me involved this morning. You know? I'm telling him no. Politely. Amen. Amen. Sennacherib had already destroyed 46 kingdoms. He's coming with a reputation that he can do all things as far as what he set his mind to. Originally, Sennacherib didn't come to just get the kingdom, but he started off with agriculturally, getting land for agriculture, getting land for whatever he needed use for. But if you so happen to be on that land that he wanted to get, he conquered you. His mission wasn't set out to kill you or destroy you or seeking you, but he sought the land so that he could spread it. Amen? The intentions of somebody that's in front of you, you have to be well aware of. Don't take a conversation in the night and let it just pass through. But talk, converse, get an understanding. Because the next day, the intent of the person you talk to can override whatever you thought. And you in a situation you had no warning of. So Sennacherib sent messengers to the messengers of Hezekiah. So that's the warning. When they got before Jerusalem or before the castle or before the wall, the messengers of Hezekiah said for them to speak in their own Assyrian tongue, so that the people, the watchmen on the wall, wouldn't hear what you're saying about what you're getting ready to do, so you would make them afraid. We understand your language. And see, that's something about meeting somebody that they want to talk this way or that way. Tell them to talk this way, I understand you. See? But they said, no, we're going to speak it in your language so that we can put scared of who hears of our king coming to destroy your king. Be careful of how people approach you. Amen? We got to realize what are God's problems and what are our problems. The closer we get to God, the closer we get to his will. And his will is for us to focus and trust in him with our life. His will is for us to believe in him. His will is for us to let him, because you know we got our own wills. Let him have control before he take control. See? Amen?
Amen.
You walked in here last week walking, but next Sunday you in a wheelchair because he took control. See? Amen? Over in Deuteronomy 31:6, you can get this on your leisure or you can turn to it. It don't make a difference. Over in Deuteronomy 31:6, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you or forsake you. Hezekiah, when he got the message, he went to the temple of God, laid it out before God and said, this is your mail. I can't do nothing with this. The Assyrian army at that time was bigger than the army of Jerusalem, bigger than Hezekiah's army. So the problem he saw coming was huge. And what he had heard was he had already destroyed 46 cities in the northern part of Judah, small towns and cities. So Judah was done. Now he's knocking on the door of Jerusalem. Hezekiah, hearing about this, they wrote it down, gave it to Hezekiah. You know, they write it on the script. He went to the sanctuary of God, into the temple, and laid it before God. This is your problem. He didn't meddle with it. He had heard. He knew. And he understood what to do. So he knew what was God's and what was his. I can't do nothing with this. This your man. Amen? Amen. He's an awesome God that can be with each and every one of us. At the same time, we got an issue that will last a second or last a year. He's an awesome God that can be with us at any time, at any moment, and all of us at the same moment. The awesomeness of God. Why not give God respect with the troubles in your life? Why not give him the problems you can't seem to solve? See? We should stop trying to meddle with God. Being the perfect gentleman he is, he ain't meddling with us. Why we got to be the bully? Amen? Let's stop thinking that we all that and let God have all that. God would love to take care of what we call so-called issues. And the Assyrian army, it was 185,000 that was coming against them. And say you got 100,000. Say you got 80,000. Say you only are 50,000. You got 185,000 Assyrian soldiers coming to take your land, and they had just destroyed 46 cities and all their kings. Amen? So now you think you all that, you got this huge problem coming. So like I said, he went to God and laid that mail before God and said, this is yours, this is not mine. Amen? Over in Hebrews 13:6 says that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. Faith in God produces strength. Amen? Sometimes unheard of situations, something that we possibly cannot put a grasp on or would never believe in a million years, is called a miracle. When you start believing in God, he starts revealing things to you. What he can actually do or his power. See? In other words, we need to know our boundaries. Let God be God. And let us be the human beings he would have us to be. Amen? And I've heard and I've seen one that in a pulpit that think he all that. Just saying. All this stuff that we see, that we in awe with, that we know is by the hand of man, and it's just real brilliant in our sight or whatever. And you would think that that person got it all together, and in the twinkling of an eye, it's gone. Amen? I don't want to mention that.